So we tend to look at, I have this many subscribers, I have this many openers, I have this many followers, I have this many whatever. But the truth is, all of our audiences are smaller than we think. So when we look at conversions and we go, I'll take myself, right? I have 40,000 newsletter subscribers and I have around, a little over 400 members in my skill sessions. And I look at that and I go, I have a good open rate. All these people are reading my newsletter. Shouldn't I have more? I'm happy with what I have, but shouldn't I have more? I think some of that is we overestimate those numbers. That the
Gotcha.
number of people that are
Yeah.
actually seeing our stuff, that are actually, even opens with newsletters are now tricky and open rates aren't the most, precise number in the world. So the first thing is to understand is that when we're feeling like maybe my conversion rate should be higher, some of that is we're overestimating our actual audience size and actual reach. The other thing that we're definitely overestimating is our audience's awareness of what we offer. So I've mentioned this exercise before. For example, you have a big Instagram following and you have 50 you said you have like 56,000 on Instagram and 6,000 on your newsletter. I guarantee you if you run a poll or a survey on Instagram and say, "Do you know I have a newsletter?" You will be shocked how many people say they didn't know. Shocked.
Yeah.
Every time I do this, every time. And I'm like in the newsletter space. I talk about it all the time. I don't know how you could follow me and not know that I'm like a newsletter guy and that I have a newsletter. And I'll still get 10, 15% of my Twitter followers are like, I didn't know you had a newsletter. So
Yeah.
I would run that survey. And what will happen is, first of all, you'll be shocked. And that's just about your newsletter, right? So a large portion of your loyal audience doesn't realize your product exists, no matter how often you've talked about it, right?
Scary.
It's shocking, and we all feel like we're mentioning it over and over again, and we're constantly promoting it. They don't know, and I've done this with everything. Do you know I have a podcast? Do you know I have a YouTube channel? No idea. I have people on my newsletter that I am sending podcast episodes every week, and they go, "I had no idea you had a podcast." So
Right.
start there and do that, and it'll be eye-opening to you, and it'll remind you, I'm not talking about this stuff enough. And that's part of the conversion issue is actually just an awareness issue, even within your own audience.